Hello, here we have a Teac V6030S, a very nice 3-head cassette deck with Dolby B, C and S. The next model, the 8030S, the main difference is it is a direct drive, and this, the 6030S, is a belt drive. A really nice deck, great for recordings. Many complain that its playback capabilities, it's flat. It's not that engaging in terms of sound. I will agree. In terms of playback, this, the 5010 or the 5000 are better, or the 970X from Teac. But in general, it's a very nice 3-head cassette deck. I'm not a technician. I'm just an amateur. I do my hobby. I find broken decks and I buy them cheap, and then I repair them and keep it for me. I do not sell my decks. This is a channel, an amateur channel for people who just interested in cassette decks and love them as I do. So this is an informational video mostly. Some things you need to know about these decks. So this deck has a calibration for separate bias left and right, and separate level sensitivity left and right. It helps a lot with your recordings. It's very nice. You can find the next track if you push this auto search. Margin reset when the dBs hit the peak. You can reset to 0. A nice deck. I found it in Facebook Marketplace for 190 euros here in Greece a long time ago. It has problems, didn't play, so belts were melted. I changed the belts, but the door mechanism, the person who had this deck, he didn't know about decks many things, and tried to open the door with his hands and broken the mechanism. He broke the mechanism that the door closes. It opens, but you must close it with your hand. What I mean, you can open it, but if you press it again, it don't close. The mechanism is broken, so you can close it by hand. If you close it by hand, it's okay. That's the only problem in this deck. You can close it by hand. I aligned it. I have some tapes, some test tapes. I have a tape like this, tape path checker, mirror tape. I have a tape for Dolby levels, this tape, to check my decks. I have an azimuth, tape for azimuth to check it. All checked is okay. What you should look in these decks? Give me 1 second, because I'm with my phone and with one hand to remove the door plate. Okay, I remove the door plate. I remove the door. It's a heavy duty door. It's metal door. Very nice door. Metallic. Very nice. When you try to fix the azimuth, there is a screw here for the azimuth, but the left roller also has a screw. I marked it here with nail polished. What you should look when you try to adjust the azimuth. I changed both rollers. Both rollers were shot. This was bent, was like, I can explain it in English, was in bad shape. When I installed the rollers, when I fixed the azimuth from here and make recordings, In other decks like this, it didn't sound very good, despite that the azimuth in all of my decks is calibrated with this tape. What was wrong? This roller, the left roller, has an adjustment screw. So, I'm not a professional, I'm not a technician. The right way is to get a test tape with 1 kHz for the left azimuth. I don't have that tape. What I did, I don't recommend this, but what I did, I'm not a technician. Okay, I disengaged the roller, I put it down in my finger, and then fixed the azimuth. Okay, then I apply the roller up and fixed the azimuth also from this roller with the screw. When the azimuth was, and without the roller disengaged, and with the roller engaged, the azimuth was okay. Then when I recording tapes, they played also fine in my other decks. So, check this roller. Maybe this roller makes you lose your azimuth in the recordings. Okay. Let me put the door again. Forgive me, because I'm with one hand. I don't have a camera, I'd use my phone. So, that's it for the azimuth. Very nice deck. When you do recordings, I calibrated this deck to be fixed with Denon tape, because I found TDK tapes very unreliable. All these years they have deteriorated a little, and even in the same 10-pack box of TDK Ds, let's say, every tape has different calibration. Not main differences, not big differences, but they have differences. In Denon tapes, the levels, all that, the bias are very stable. What I mean, this deck, when you want to record, you push record, and it is in the pause mode. Then you play the pause, starts recording, and then you press calibrate. When you press calibrate, you see something like this. When you press again calibrate, this is the levels. When you press again calibrate, you are in the bias mode. So, first you calibrate the levels. The levels are okay, just a little bit the left. This, and the bias here. Let's take it again. Levels a little bit here, bias here, something like this. The left channel in this side takes some level, in the other side maybe it is different, but in general Denon tapes are good tapes. Again calibration, level, bias, it's okay. This is how you calibrate. You use that to calibrate your deck. The recordings are excellent. Very nice recordings. It has cobalt amorphous heads, as far as I know. Very nice deck. It keeps speed very well. What you need in terms of service, another thing you must look in this deck when you purchase one, here above the transport in the upper side, it has some contacts that need cleaning, and many decks like this, you press play, you hear music, and suddenly it shuts off, and it's closing the lights, everything. The contacts here, if they are dirty, they do this. So clean these contacts with some deoxide spray, and you will be fine. These contacts, when they were dirty, your deck, when plays, it shuts off sometimes. You must check that. Other than that, it's a very simple transport, Sankyo transport, very simple to service. The deck inside is very serviceable. Everything is neat. It's a very nice deck to have. service friendly, records well, playback okay, it's okay, nothing special but okay. It has a Dolby S, which is very nice if you want to record with Dolby. I mainly listening music like rock, heavy metal, stuff like that. So my recordings I don't use Dolby. If I want to use something, let's say I want to record Sade, okay, which is very nice music, by the way. I will record it with DBX in my other decks. I prefer DBX better than Dolby. But usually I record without Dolby. That's me. Okay, my music, my taste. Other than that, it's a very nice deck. So I can play some music, but due to copyrights, I can't play much. It's the YouTube. But let's say I play 5 seconds just to see it playing. This is a nice tape, TDKAR. It's playing okay. A nice deck. So if you find something like this, used, broken, cheap, because nowadays a fully functional deck like this costs, from what I've seen on eBay, 700 euros, 800 euros. I've seen them 1000 euros, crazy prices. If you find one broken, it's an easy fix. It's not a deck that you cannot service. It's very easy to service. That's it. A nice Teac V6030S. A nice deck. It's a nice deck in my collection, and I use it mostly for recordings. My most recordings made here in this Teac. I have it as a recorder. These decks sound better in terms of playback. That's it. A few information about the Teac model, the V6030S. That's it. Goodbye, my friends.